The deciding game of the 1993 one-day international series is played at Eden Park, Auckland, under threatening skies. Crowe wins the toss and sends the Australians into bat. We pick up the innings with the first ball as Morrison bowls to Mark Waugh.
And the first ball bowled by Morrison to Waugh. No ball. Mark Taylor opening at the non-striker's end with Mark Waugh. Well, it's actually running quite heavily now. And Mark Waugh gets the first run off the bat and takes Australia to 3. We're in the first over.
And we've got rather a heavy shower coming across now.
It certainly is. It's sufficient, I think, to bring the covers on to say that we'll have a delayed start or resumption to the game.
Big in-swinging Yorker almost dug out. It races down to Gavin Larsen at fine leg. And he gets it back quickly. Bit of bounce there. Good straight delivery. And we've still got this rain hovering around, as we've been saying.
Danny Morrison, caught and bowled. Mark Taylor on his way. He struggled with the pitches in this country, the slowness of them, and he was through his shot quite early. The ball lobbing back to Danny Morrison, and as simple a caught and bowled as you could hope to see. Pushing through the line, the ball just lobbing back to Morrison, and Taylor on his way for 1. Jubilant New Zealand team, and why not? Australia 7 for 1.
Milestone today for Dean Jones, 150th one-day international. Oh, that's an edge. And Larsen makes a good save. Beautiful shot. That's the shot of the morning so far, as Mark Waugh clubs it through the covers before. Jones charging down and plays a lovely shot. 4 runs. Oh, straight through. Morrison thought he might have got a touch on that.
Yes, no excitement from behind the wicket, but this ball's cut him in half, hasn't it, really? He's come down the wicket and he hasn't got anywhere near to the pitch of that, and it's gone through at waist height and rising. Drive that one if you can, sir.
Oh, hit very fine. That's 4 runs. Just straying down leg side, and Waugh helped it on its way. And very hard to defend that, and straight to the fence.
That's played very well by Waugh through the gap at mid-wicket. Pringle wins the race. Larsen must have slowed down in his age. Well, that's a good shot too. Jones just hits it straight past the bowler. Has to leap over the fallen Jeff Wilson, and Rutherford just hauls it in. A lovely shot from Dean Jones. Don't bother to run for that, Jones. That is a crackerjack shot. Well, that's driven beautifully. Straight past Pringle. That'll go all the way. And he's hit that well too to bring up the 50 for Australia. And in fact, it could be another boundary. No, they'll just get to it. And 50 in the 10th over, so it's been a very good start by the Australian batsmen, who were asked to bat first when Crowe won the toss.
Well bowled by Larsen there when Jones charged him. Just a little unlucky there. He was just a little offline, and Jones got a lot of bat on that. But it was well bowled. He saw Jones coming.
clipped away beautifully by Mark Waugh. He really is a lovely-looking player. It's holding up a bit out there with the dampness on the outfield. And Rod Latham just gets to it, but they run through for 4 anyway. There's Rod Latham, the man square. And there it goes. Well, that's 4 runs to fine leg.
Great sports every day is ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Catch all the fun and excitement of Major League Baseball all season long on ESPN. Your home for the thrills and spills of motorsports all season long is ESPN.
Joining me to provide...
Only Press Pass gives you the best coverage of the football world. All the news.
Euro 2004 gets underway. Porto coach Jose Mourinho has... David Beckham has had his share of ups and downs in his first
all
10.
The controversy.
So now you two guys are telling me, OK, the Shams doesn't know how to coach. No, he's got a team that nobody knew. Right. Nobody even heard of at the beginning of the season. Give me a break.
All football. Press Pass, your connection to the best football on the planet. Major League Baseball on ESPN. After a few changes to their roster, the Houston Astros are hoping for the results that will bring them to the top when they visit the Padres. Astros and Padres, next on ESPN.
Australian captain Alan Border looks on as Australian opener Mark Waugh prepares to face Pringle.
Oh, the edge, but it's gone very fine, and that'll run away for 4. No slips in. It's fair enough to have a crack at it, and it's paid off. And that's too full, driven away. It won't go all the way, but it's quite a chase. They'll pick up at least 2. They may think of a 3rd. But no, Rod Latham gets it back to Chris Pringle at the non-striker's end. So the score ticking over here at Eden Park. Between Mark Waugh and Dean Jones in the end. Gavin Larsen following through from bowling the delivery, picked up and carried on with the ball, took the bails off. So this man, Dean Jones, is on his way.
Let's watch how he plays it down in front, and then he looks up to run, and then there's a yes-no, then he's looking to go again. But that ball is always too straight, and in the end, Jones doesn't even bother. And he's run out by several metres. So the partnership at last broken. Australia's 71 for 2.
So Dean Jones, he's very good between the wickets, but let's have another look. There was a lot of indecision here, and it was too straight, as Glenn Turner mentioned, and Gavin Larsen kept his head well, held onto the ball, and followed through and did the rest.
Yeah, I think that's fair comment there. I missed that with Larsen. It was very sound thinking and cool thinking from him. There is a temptation here that he fires the ball at the stumps, but senses he's got sufficient time, goes through with ball in hand.
Pushing forward, he'll get off the mark, David Boone, with this single. And fairly square of the wicket.
He's hit this very fine. That might just go away. Good attempt by the New Zealand fieldsman Danny Morrison down there, but he's deflected it over the boundary. Oh, that's a magnificent shot. 4 runs. just wide of the diving keeper, Tony Blaine. And Patel will have to give that away. Now let's watch the umpire, and it's a hit. There was a little nick on that. And Blaine not too far away from grabbing it. And so 4 off the over. Well, that one didn't quite land, so we're not going to know for a wee while. As Mark Waugh goes to 50. And just continuing on a magnificent one-day series here in New Zealand. Played away very fine by Boone. And Pringle coming round from third man. And Boone having to scamper a little for the second, but in the end made it quite comfortably.
Boone on 13. He's had 34 balls, so he's taken a while to get going. And there's the 100 coming up in the 23rd over. Australia 100, and they've lost Taylor and Jones. And Australia is picking up their run rate, looking to try and get up around 250, which they'll need to. And here's Waugh going in the air. Now I think he's going to be safe there. No turn there, so Waugh able to pick it up, and he did it well.
And Deepak Patel is bowling fairly slow. I think he's wanting to force the batsman to hit it off the square, as it were. And that's straying down leg side a little. Won't go all the way to the boundary. Danny Morrison returns. Jeff Wilson there. Looking to drive Mark Waugh. They may think of a second here. Andrew Jones has got quite a bit of ground to cover, and they do it easily in the end. Driving, it's in the air. It's quite safe out there. Andrew Jones again doing the fielding. Curved away from him a little, and they come back for another 2. This is the 28th over. An edge, not a very good looking shot from Boone. He gets runs all the same as it goes down fine. Pringle gets hold of it. They'll get
2. It was a season of glory as ESPN was the home of the champions of the world. Smarty Jones took home the roses at the Kentucky Derby, and he easily captured the crown at the Preakness, but was 1 race shy of the vaunted Triple Crown when he came in second to Birdstone at the Belmont. The Giant Killers FC Porto won the top prize of European football with their exhilarating victory over Monaco for the UEFA Champions League title. Buddy Rice took the checkered flag at the Indianapolis 500. The Tampa Bay Lightning bested the Calgary Flames to capture their first Stanley Cup in hockey. While the Detroit Pistons shocked the world by beating the mighty LA Lakers in a stunning 5-game series. Champions and championships from around the globe on ESPN, the home of the champions of the world.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat. I'm a poet, I'm a prophet, I'm the resurrector, I'm the savior of the boxing world. I'm the champion of the world. All of you know. I'm a bad man. I lift up the world. I lift up the world.
With Australia well placed at 2 for 128, Crowe is concerned as Mark Waugh faces the bowling of Deepak Patel.
So Deepak Patel sweeping Waugh, and where's this one gone? 4 runs. He hit that very sweetly indeed. In fact, is it going to be a 6? Did you pick that up, Glenn? Yes, 6. Well, he hit it so sweetly, I lost sight of it.
He didn't move. He knew what he'd done, picked his spot, he knew the line, and see, that was just on the half volley, and he short-armed it, and that's quite a long hit out there, square, and it went through for 6.
Goodness me, that was really hit well. Giving himself a lot of room, but he's in lovely touch, Mark Waugh, and he makes it look so easy. Holding back, and they really have got a lot of runs down to third man. Rod Latham coming off the boundary there. To his left and plucked it out of the air. What a marvellous take.
Well, I thought here's a nice juicy wide half volley, but he didn't get over the top of it, and with less pace, it was a magnificent catch there by Greatbatch. Went to throw it in the air, in fact did, and there we have it. The Australians lose their third wicket.
145 for 3.
He almost deflected that onto the stumps, and I have a feeling Steve Waugh might have got himself run out there. That just sailed past the stumps. It's a question of whether Waugh was in or out.
It's Danny Morrison. Martin Crowe's brought him back for another breakthrough, and David Burns has straight down the ground. That's just gone past the stumps. Danny Morrison got a hand on it, and Steve Waugh, I think, would have been left well stranded.
Looking shot from Boone. And he gets one run for that. So 150 has come up for Australia in the 33rd over.
And yet another single.
Just wide of Chris Harris, who's on the field for Ken Rutherford. Here they come for a second. That's well run. Steve Waugh charging back for the second. Rod Latham had a lot of ground to make. Whipped away. That's powerfully hit, and Patel slipped over. Now he's got a leg problem anyway, Deepak Patel. And it's a wee bit wet out there in front of the grandstand.
Steve Waugh said yes.
Well, I know Rod was disappointed that he wasn't playing in Hamilton, Peter, and he's certainly showing today that if he's going to be on the park, he's going to be in the action. This was good cricket, wasn't it?
Certainly was. Yes, I said to him this morning, I said, you're going to get a game today? And he said, I certainly hope so. Now, he said 2, and Wilson can't deny them that. Gavin Larsen back into bowl his 9th over. His figures no wicket for 23 to date. And there's another one down on the leg side. Two again with Waugh coming back, taking on the throw of Latham. He'd be close, but the ball not taken by Blaine. Latham had to throw it quickly. Waugh had to return and run quickly. Good cricket. So there it's in the air. Latham might have another one. Can Patel get it? He can. Boone has gone for 40. And Rod Latham has struck for the second time, and that could be a decisive wicket.
Now, another moment of excitement.
Fighting is looking at the bar, which is set at 32 feet. He's knocked it down once. He has to get up and over if he wants to continue on in the game, and that's exactly what he's done.
Yeah, a little heart palpitation there for Biden. Maybe missing it the first time, getting over the second.
A season of excitement awaits you only on ESPN. No equipment needed. Only your hands and your heart. And according to the outcome, you will live 3 minutes of hell or 3 minutes of glory. Friday Night Fights on ESPN. ESPN has the biggest events. The best in baseball try to go deep at the 2004 Home Run Derby. The stars and the sports come out in Hollywood for the 2004 ESPY Awards.
Because I love football.
All this plus no-limit, high-stakes Texas Hold'em poker.
Relax.
ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
All you can eat, baby.
Larsen coming around the wicket to the left-hander. We see a lot of this type of bowling in one-day cricket.
There's Border's first run. Just look at the wicket of Boone again. That Latham had frustrated them. He tied them down and he tried to work the ball hard on the onside. And there's Deepak Patel waiting for it. 2 wickets for Latham. He's done very well. So here's Latham bowling to Border again. He's always hit this one high in the air. He could be out here with Patel under it. And that's a marvellous catch by Deepak Patel. Latham has 3 wickets and Border is out for 1, and it's 183 for 5. Well, Bob, that's tremendous blow.
We talked about this, the frustration, Peter. Look, it showed again. But they've got to get after him, and Rod's length wasn't there to hit. Mind you, it turned out to be a very good catch, but it's the frustration that Latham's caused, and another wicket.
Well, that's the last time we'll see Alan Border at Eden Park, so there's a moment of history. Sadly, Australia 183 for 5.
There's another run to the Australians. So a target of, or a score that looked like it might get up to 250, 260, maybe a little less than that now.
Yes, well, it's heading for 230 odd at 6 and over from here on in.
Driving straight. It was in the air for a way. That could go all the way to the boundary. No, Harris will pick it up. He's fairly quick around the outfield, Chris Harris. He's on the field for Ken Rutherford at the moment.
31 from his 6.1. And he'll be keen now. But the pressure's really on him. They'll be looking to put bat to ball too. So a crucial time for him as well as New Zealand.
The quicker bowlers have tended to be hit around with the ball coming on a little quicker and the deflection shots, etc. Oh, that's a good ball. That sneaked through between bat and pad. I'm not sure how it missed the stumps.
Well, I'm not sure either. Let's look how it goes back through the gate. Pitches outside off stump, nips back. It flicks the top of Healy's pad, which just lifts it up over the stumps. And it went right over the top.
Yes, it did, didn't it? Yeah, that's quite tight, but they'll get through safely enough. Mark Greatbatch coming in quickly. And here's another run. They may think of a second. In fact, they are coming back. Pringle had to cover quite a bit of territory. Response from the umpire, and Tony Blaine and Chris Pringle certainly thought something happened there. Let's have another look.
Well, they'd be going on noise, and certainly the New Zealand field were unanimous, and I got the impression that Pringle was doing the celebrating. Oh, look at that. Could it have flicked the off stump? But I think it was just a little high for that.
Well, it must have been very close to the stump. How it didn't bowl it, I'm not quite sure. May have gone just over the top of the off stump. It just clipped it, not knocked the bail off. Because Tony Blaine was indicating something along those lines, wasn't he? Perhaps. Angling down the leg side. Well done, Tony Blaine. There could be a mix-up. No, he's through. Called through by Ian Healy. Tony Blaine did well to stop it, but he then had to throw it as well, and he was off balance a bit. He's hit that one. Is he going to be caught? Oh, it's dropped. Just misjudged a little out in the deep by Andrew Jones. It's over his head. 4 runs signalled. Short cut, and that's racing down to third man. It's well stopped by Rod Latham, diving away to his right, and they're home for 2. Good bit of cricket there, and that's the end of the over. 2-1-3 for 5.
Now, another moment of excitement.
Biden is looking at the bar, which is set at 32 feet. He's knocked it down once. He has to get up and over if he wants to continue on in the game. And that's exactly what he's done.
Yeah, a little heart palpitation there for Biden. Maybe missing it the first time. Getting over the second.
A season of excitement awaits you only on ESPN.
Sometimes 72 inches is a foot. 24 inches a mile. Welcome to the dance floor. Here, a straight line is a curve. You think you got the touch? Put it down the windshield of a car and make a stop on the hood. You want a gimme? When you can do it with your eyes closed, that's a gimme.
David Duval. See him and all the stars of the PGA Tour on ESPN. ESPN's Night of Boxing. Heavyweight action when Lawrence Claybay looks for his 15th knockout in a 10-round bout against Emano Mayfield. Friday on ESPN.
Australia is losing momentum in the 48th over, but Steve Waugh is beginning to look ominous as Rod Latham comes into bowl.
Today for Rod Latham.
Yes, well, the slog's on for Australia now. Steve Waugh, frustrated by Rod Latham, giving himself a bit of room, teeing off and missing. Rod Latham says, I'll bowl straight, you miss, I'll hit the middle stump, and he did. Sends him on his way, and off he goes. Useful knock from Steve Waugh, good contribution, 39. Rod Latham, more success. A view from our stump vision, right on line, middle stump. Australia threatened to get away on them once or twice. Some good fielding and some accurate bowling, particularly from this man, has helped turn things around.
That's another one for Latham. 5.
Crown up that short mid-wicket position. He's just chipped it in his direction. He's dived across and taken a good catch low down. And is he happy? So Dodemaide goes. He doesn't trouble the scorers.
Chris Pringle now, the 49th over. Full toss, hit high on the bat, so not much power in it. Jones will haul it in, and there'll be 2 runs for Ian Healy.
There's Rod Latham making his way back down to third man. Standing ovation at the end of his over. Not often a Canterbury man gets a standing ovation at Eden Park, but it's fully deserved today.
High in the air. Crow lines it up.
Well, the slog not paying off for Australia today. 2 or 3 of them have had a go at it already, and they've all missed out, and Ian Healy is the last of them. Taking on Chris Pringle. It's the off spinner. He's held it back a wee bit, and Healy has succeeded only in getting underneath it. It's got a little bit of carry on it, but nowhere near enough for his desires. And Martin Crowe takes a well-judged catch running backwards. Not easy, those.
So the batsman crossed, and it's Hughes to face. He gets it high in the Patel again. Couldn't get to it. Jones tries to save it from going over the line. And the batsmen get 3. Well, initially I thought Jones was going to catch it. Then Patel lined it up. And in the end, neither of them got it. One along the ground. Rifles coming for the second. Morrison throws on the run. And they get back for 2.
Well, we saw the big 6 in Hamilton yesterday from Merv. Will we see one at the end of this innings?
He's hit it high. Danny Morrison sails over his head. And that's 6. We saw it all right.
Well, when 40,000 people are booing you when you walk out, there's one good way to get back at them, isn't there? Has to hit it amongst them. And he's certainly done that. Down the wicket, he's actually played that very well. Good timing, good carry, and a good result.
Stopped. Is he? Let's have a look. Third umpire.
This is an important decision because here's Rod Latham staring down the barrel of 6 wickets. Doug Cowie has gone for the third umpire. It's a brilliant bit of work from Tony Blaine anyway.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure.
He's back.
Just got back in time, but there wasn't a lot in it. Rod Latham thinking he had 6 wickets. Good work, Tony Blaine.
Rifle works it for a single. They're going to go, are they? No. Harris. Too dangerous to Chris Harris.
Well, Merv Hughes is more likely to hit them over the fence at this stage, so I think that from the Australian point of view, it's better that he's on strike.
He might try a second here. Pringle's got a very long run or hesitation. And he gets back. It'll just be 1 run. Comfortably out to Martin Crowe, the captain. Latham finishes a marvellous bowling spell with 5 for 32. And Australia's innings comes to an end at 232 for the loss of 8 wickets. Well, it'll be handshakes all round for Rod Latham, the part-timer who has finished up as New Zealand's best bowler in this innings.
Australia's total of 8 for 232 has been spearheaded by Mark Waugh's 83 in even time. The New Zealand bowling has been steady, with part-timer Rod Latham, the principal destroyer, taking a remarkable 5 for 32 from his 10 overs. Latham has given New Zealand a realistic chance of winning the series.
A season of excitement awaits you only on ESPN.
And he's already through the part of the run where he crashed in prelim, so he's got to be psyched. Wow, confidence builder. Yeah, look at that. That was a one-handed can 540 out of that squat. 5 with it. To make it. Oh, no. There it is. Flipping the 75-foot jump. Unbelievable. That was perfect. Ripping the wave apart. Speed! Look at the speed and the positioning. Will Dougie try to step it up and get in the medal hunt? Oh, from on board. It's not hard enough to do a kiss of death. He just decides to throw with a camera on his bike. Doug Parsons throwing down and looking sick.
It was a season of glory as ESPN was the home of the champions of the world. Smarty Jones took home the roses at the Kentucky Derby, and he easily captured the crown at the Preakness, but was 1 race shy of the vaunted Triple Crown when he came in second to Birdstone at the Belmont. The Giant Killers FC Porto won the top prize of European football with their exhilarating victory over Monaco for the UEFA Champions League title.
Buddy Rice took the checkered flag at the Indianapolis 500. The Tampa Bay Lightning bested the Calgary Flames to capture their first Stanley Cup in hockey. While the Detroit Pistons shocked the world by beating the mighty LA Lakers in a stunning 5-game series. Champions and championships from around the globe on ESPN, the home of the champions of the world.
New Zealand is chasing 233 for victory. Chief wicket-taker Rod Latham has been promoted to open the batting. He faces Merv Hughes.
He's off the mark first ballers, Latham. It might be his day today. Who knows? So he bowled splendidly and was largely instrumental in restricting the Australian total to 232 for 8. And that must give the New Zealanders a target that is within reach. Great pitch, gets off the mark. Well, Latham goes for that. That's a wonderful shot. He had very little time, but he just moved his feet into it, and the bat flailed through. What a good shot. And that's going high in the air and going down towards Steve Waugh. So the direction was right, but great pitch didn't hit it well enough.
And that one's in the air. He should be safe. It's down over mid-off. It pitches and doesn't roll much, but they go back for 2. So that was well outside the circle, so he was safe enough. Didn't have much carry on it, though. In the air, just clear of the field. That may run away for 4. Third man coming round. It's there. Set this in the air. This is well clear of the field. It just drops inside the boundary, so it's 4 more to great patch. Fruitful over for New Zealand, this one. Here goes again. It's just clear of rifle. Didn't hit it too well, this one. But he'll pick up 2 all the same. Ball cracks it. Good-looking shot. Oh, he's got it through. That should run away for 4. And fine-looking shot from Rod Latham through extra cover. He's gone again, and that should run away for 4 more. Straight down the ground. It was in the air for a way, but very safe. Well, the score moving along. That's the comparison, though interesting. Very similar. All the wickets intact, though, for New Zealand at the moment. And he's hit that nice and straight with no real power, but the timing is superb. Is he coming back for the 3rd? Yes, he is. Well run.
Runs here for Latham. Just forward of the square leg umpire, and they should be able to get back for a 3rd. Border turns, and in the end, Great Batch is comfortably home. Another single for Mark Great Batch, just forward of square. And there we are, the 50 partnership. And it's come up in the 13th over.
Oh, yes, New Zealand would be... I said they're happy with this start. They couldn't ask for any more. Been a good opening partnership between these two.
Oh, that's... Yes, he's caught, is he? Yes, he said that I caught it. And so Rod Latham goes. Mark Waugh takes the catch low down. And the opening partnership is broken. Latham goes for 22.
Yes, we're seeing here Murph was up a little fuller this time where Rod was trying to hit that. He just opened the face and ran off the face. There was no power in the shot at all. Very good catch. Rod was a little unlucky that it was actually carried.
Applause for Rod Latham for batting and bowling. It's 50 for 1. Over the top goes Great Batch. That's 4.
It's checking to see how many balls are out to go in the over. He's happy to see just block the next couple of balls, or this last ball.
Oh, he's got it away for 4 runs.
Well, he did block it, Grant, but it went for 4.
He's lifted this and got away with it. Lucky. Hilver caught behind, not going to be given though.
Chase for Steve Wall, but I think he can give it away. That's 4. That's not a bad shot from Craig Patch. And that's the end of the over, 64 for 1.
Stumping appeal, and Andrew Jones is on his way. Lured down the crease, down the pitch by Tim May, out of his crease, and Ian Healy making no mistake.
ESPN goes spanning the globe this July to bring you the world of sports. You'll have a ringside seat for ESPN's Friday night fights. Pennant fever heats up as the Major League Baseball season continues. The IRL gets into high gear with 3 races from the lightning-fast ovals of North America. Who will take home this year's honors? You'll have the best seat in the house for the ESPN exclusive ESPY Awards. The MLS showcases the finest clubs of American soccer. The legends of the PGA compete in the Champions Tour. Great action all month this July on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
They're the greatest stars you've never heard of.
Best 3 ball players in the world. Alabama.
They fly through the air like the NBA, move like the Harlem Globetrotters, but they play a game that is all their own. Barnstorming across America as part of the And One Mixtape Tour. Catch skills that till now could only be found on the street. Street Ball, only on ESPN.
With New Zealand 2 for 68, Crowe faces Dodemaide.
So Crowe's off the mark with a single.
And New Zealand just falling behind a little bit there.
Great Patch gets one more, just slides off the bat down to 3rd man. Damien Martin down there, he's on for Merv Hughes. There's the Worm just taking a turn for the worst, really. Only 4 inside the circle at the moment. And this time he gets it right. So he picks up one more. I suppose sooner or later they're going to want boundaries, aren't they? Oh, over the top, he's hit it down the ground. It's not quite middled, and it pulls up short of the boundary. Martin Crowe looking to hit it straight, just not quite off the middle of the bat. Just over the head of point, it'll run away perhaps for 4. It's a short boundary out there. It does. Sweeping, he's got to pass the man in close, but there is a man in the deep, and a bit of a misfield out there, and they're back for 2. They may have been anyway.
He's gone. Crowe is out. LBW. And that's a big blow.
Who we're seeing here. Well, it certainly wasn't too high. It's hard to tell from that angle, but one of these May comes in close to the wickets. Pitched in line. Almost looked like the arm ball.
So Martin Crowe just 11 today. New Zealand 97 for 3. Oh, he didn't know much about that either. He looked to be trying to play that leg side. So a good start by Steve Waugh. Oh, that's just wide of the bowler. Lob down there by Greatbatch. And he gets another single. It's a quicker ball, and Rutherford is underway now. And so New Zealand's 100 comes up in the 28th over, and Ken Rutherford gets his first run. What's the single, which will give him 50. So Mark Greatbatch has 50. Rutherford pulls it in the air. It's clear of any fieldsman. It'll struggle to make it out to the boundary, and they'll just complete 2.
May bowling his 4th of the over. He has 2 for 26.
It's a hard hit, and it goes through Bourne and all the way to the boundary. That was really well timed from the middle of the Mark Greatbatch bat.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Well, they'll have to be hurrying here, and Rutherford is very close. Now, what's the umpire say? I think he's going to want the box. The third umpire's coming into it. Now, Rutherford took a while to get underway and really had to put the pedal down.
Yes, and we've seen these close ones tended to mean that the batsman's out, and I think this will be the case again.
Certainly is.
So, Rutherford's on his way.
Well, he just didn't communicate quickly enough. But certainly a major blow, a run out from Byrne. Rutherford run out for 6, 114 for 4.
Catch all the fun and excitement of Major League Baseball all season long on ESPN. Great sports every day is ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. ESPN has all you want in a sports network and more. Like it a little on the wild side? We got daily excursions to the great outdoors for hunting, lumberjacking, and some of the biggest fish you've ever seen. If speed is your thing, ESPN offers the best in two-wheel, open-wheel, and off-road excitement. All this and a date with Anna Kournikova. ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. It's time to check out the stars of the future. Before they reach the big circus, the stars of today began their careers in the minor leagues. From Houston, Texas, ESPN brings you the 2004 All-Star Futures Game, Monday on ESPN.
The Australian fielders are on their toes in a close contest. Steve Waugh bowls to Blaine.
Blaine gets his first run. Takes the score to 115 for 4, and the 31st over comes to an end, but a successful one for Australia. Four singles to Tony Blaine, 119 for 4. Look at the difference there between the Australian score and New Zealand. 29 runs. And Greatbatch is trying to do something about that, and he's got hold of that. Now that is a good shot. That's World Cup vintage.
Well, I think that one's gone over the stand the way old Merv Hughes looked up at it. That wasn't 6, that was 12.
Goodbye ball.
Again coming forward. Oh, the Kazumiksa here. Oh, he's hit the stumps. He must be out, surely. Yes, he's not asking for the third umpire. What a superb throw, a mix-up between Greatbatch and Blaine. Blaine was sent back, but he never made it.
Well, on this occasion, it's Tony Blaine's call. He struck the ball in front of the wicket. The unwritten rule is that it's his call then. He's called Mark Greatbatch through and he sent him back. And as you see, he's gone by a long, long way.
Wilson cuts, that's a good shot. Just get one for us. He's underway.
Tried to hit it out of the ground. He just succeeded in hitting it very, very high indeed. Alan Border at shortish mid-wicket, hovered underneath it for a long, long time, and in the end he took it safely. So Mark Greatbatch, 68 runs, but it's all over for him.
He's coming down the wicket. Ball never there to play that shot. Succeeding only in getting under it. In terms of distance, the distance was only upward, unfortunately, in Alan Border. Really time to think about this. Very safe in the end. I'm very happy to see Mark Greatbatch on his way back. Been a useful knock of 68.
It's Mark Waugh now to bowl. Jeff Wilson trying to thump it out on the offside. They may look for two here. The man's very deep, and Jeff Wilson's certainly quick between the wickets, and he's very safely home. Good runnings for them. A well hit. It might beat Merv Hughes. I think it has. We didn't quite get a look at that. It was behind the crowd, but well hit indeed. Calling for a single. He should get through safely enough. There's a shot at the stumps at the non-striker's end. But this is now getting very difficult for New Zealand indeed. Picking up a single. Maybe it came off the pad. Yes, it did. And he's hit that one well, Wilson. That'll run away for four. That's to the extra cover boundary. Well hit. It's a tall order, though. And he's hit this one. Four more, is it? Yes, it is. Down to the third man boundary. So that's the end of another over. 158 for 6.
Patel swings around. 6 runs.
And just as we said, Steve Waugh was really on the job. Which has been whistled away over the fence. It's square leg. Here we're going to see it here. Just guilty of being a little short, or when he lets it go. And, well, Patel got onto that, didn't he?
Oh, this is trouble. He's going to be out. He is out. Mark Waugh takes the catch. And Patel's innings is over. It's 166 for 7.
Full marks to Waugh here. It was a slower ball. He had the confidence to bowl a slower ball after being hit for 6. And a very relieved Mark Waugh caught that.
Joining me to provide...
Only Press Pass gives you the best coverage of the football world. All the news.
Euro 2004 gets underway. Porto coach Jose Mourinho has... David Beckham has had his share of ups and downs in his first...
All the controversy.
So now you two guys are telling me, OK, the Shams doesn't know how to coach.
No,
he's got the team that nobody knew.
Right.
Nobody even heard of at the beginning of the season. Give me a break.
All football. Press Pass, your connection to the best football on the planet.
Intimidated? Leave it in the trunk of your car with your tennis shoes. Worried? Come on. They make an oversized driver with a huge sweet spot, especially for this occasion. Afraid of the water? Ball's not. After all, you've done this 101 times in your head. Just make this number 102.
Rich
Beam, one of the many stars you'll see in the PGA on ESPN. ESPN has all you want in a sports network and more. Like it a little on the wild side? We got daily excursions to the great outdoors for hunting, lumberjacking, and some of the biggest fish you've ever seen. If speed is your thing, ESPN offers the best in two-wheel, open-wheel, and off-road excitement. All this and a date with Anna Kournikova. ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. ESPN has the biggest events. The best in baseball try to go deep at the 2004 Home Run Derby. The stars and the sports come out in Hollywood for the 2004 ESPY Awards.
Because I love football.
All this plus no-limit, high-stakes Texas Hold'em poker.
Relax, relax.
ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
All you can eat, baby.
Alan Border's Australians appear comfortable in the 42nd over with New Zealand 7 for 167. Dodemaide bowls to Wilson.
Where they go, Border has a shot. And they won't get any more because Larsen has overrun a long way. Good shot, Larsen. Two runs for Gavin Larsen. You'll get a run. Didn't time that at all. It looked as though it was up there to be hit down the ground. Oh, he's hit this in the air. He's going to be out. Held by Alan Border, and away goes Jeff Wilson. Border's been in the play a lot today. And Border has taken the catch to make New Zealand 175 for 8.
Yes, we're seeing here that he just didn't time that well enough. It wasn't quite short enough to pull over mid-wicket. All he succeeded in doing was hitting it in the air to Border. But good 21 runs from young Wilson.
175 for 8 in the 44.
When you look at that there, makes you wonder. You'd think that New Zealand still had a bit of a chance. Well, of course, while you're still out there, you've got that. But their chances are really dwindling away now. And so there's just a run there as Pringle gets off the mark at the end of the over at 176 for 8.
With Larsen. That's a good shot from Pringle. Matthews can bowl 18 of those 30 balls. Well, they'll look for 2 here because it went just through. But that's good fielding too. A good shot from Larsen. It's going to be safe too. I think it is. Yes, just.
Dodemaide making a good attempt here, but they get back for 2.
Pringle's got it high and he's got it straight and he's going to get 4. What a good shot.
In the block hole, did he? And he didn't bowl it short enough either. It was just a good length ball. Larsen teed off and whacked it square for 6. Look at that, charging, getting the weight coming forward, and hoofs it away over square leg. There's a boundary fielder out there, but he's going to have to be up in the stand to catch it.
And that's the New Zealand 200. What a good shot. Larsen saw it. The ball happened to be where the bat was swinging, and he just made the adjustment to take it right over the boundary. And Rifle throws that next one right up in the block hole, and that's not hard to understand. It ends the over too, so there are 3 left, 18 balls remaining, and New Zealand need 32 further runs. Well, that's hit hard, that's hit a long way, that's 6. No, it's not. It looked to disappear into the crowd there, and I must admit I thought it went over the line. Well, that's a high hit. That's a great shot from Gavin Larsen. What a good stroke.
And he stood there until he knew that it had gone. Flat hit. Went for 4. Just progressing towards, once again, getting the momentum into the ball, launching it straight down the ground. 1 bounce.
Well, Larsen does it again, but Orr has been put down there, so there's just the 1. Will they come back for 2? They'll have to hurry. And they make it. 219 for 8. Larsen just gets it over the top. They'll be 1 anyway. They'll come back for the 2nd. And Larsen keeps the strike. Well, bowls Hughes. 1 only. Or 2 because of the throw. And they just make that 2. Now, if Hughes had hit, Larsen would have been out, and Larsen knew it. But it was a worthwhile take. Well, it's a good shot from Larsen. Dodemate does very, very well. Well, that would have been a very interesting game if that had gone just that little bit quicker or a little bit wider.
Well, what a sensational stop that was. He's done quite exceptionally to prevent that going for 4, so save 2 runs.
They'll get 1. And so the last ball has to be hit for 6. And Border knows it. And he hits it, and he hits it well, but they'll get 1. They might come back for 2. And that's the end of the ball game. So New Zealand make 229. Australia have won by 3 runs in a pulsating cricket match, which has ended the Bank of New Zealand 5-match one-day international series. And Warren Lees can be very proud of his team. Ian McDonald there, and Martin Crowe saddened a little, but I'm sure delighted by the recovery of his team and the sterling way they went about beating Alan Border's team. They failed to do that, but they certainly gave it everything. And the Australians are top for now. But New Zealanders have given themselves tremendous credit with Larsen and Pringle. Surely, Glenn, they've done everything that was possible, and it's just so frustrating to come so close.
The Australians take out the series 3-2. They would go on to retain the Ashes, overwhelming England by a margin of 4-1. New Zealand would play host to Pakistan and India the following summer after losing Test and one-day series in Australia. This has been another classic encounter in ESPN's History of Cricket.